Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchline. It's season 3, episode 18. Alright, 18 is the magic number because 18 plus 18 is 36. And you know what that means? Exactly. Ben's here. How are you doing?
Hello. That was quick maths for once. I've never seen him do maths that quickly before. Not even stereotypes could make him do math that quickly.
Oh, stereotypes. Well, this is the last episode of 2024. And our main focus today, which we'll get into a bit later, is a 2024 review. So we've got best player, we've got biggest bum, we've got bummiest. Do we have bummiest moment, or have I made that up? Oh, sorry, bummiest moment. We've got biggest choke. So stay tuned. They're all coming. Pause. But before we begin, we're just gonna do a little skim. A little light skim, some skimmed milk. Skim over the games. So basically, we're recording this before the second round of festive games. So City and Leicester are playing in an hour. So we're not going to talk that much about those games. Not like anything that interesting has been going on anyway. But let's get into the Boxing Day games.
Let's talk about it. We'll talk about you first, because I got a lot to say about my team. The best team in the world.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's talk about Manchester United.
So
Shitchester
creative.
United.
He's so creative.
Manchester United.
Knee slapper. Unreal.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we suck. We suck.
They suck.
Wolves. The thing is, I said we'd lose. I expected us to lose. But to concede from a corner again, directly from a corner.
Did we predict it?
I said we'd lose.
Did we say that they'd lose?
I said we'd lose, yeah.
What did I say?
I think you agreed with me.
Okay.
It's a new manager bounce.
Shock.
New manager bounce. Cunha, man of the match. Unreal. Goal and assist.
Let's just stop right there for a second. Cunha took you out of my team? Are you serious, brother?
The curse.
I am genuinely cursed. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like, actually, no, this year I've actually been getting into FPL, and I just personally think that I'm just shit. Like, I must just be either bad luck or I'm just cursed, because I pick and take out players at the worst time. But then I brought in Alexander Isak, and we'll talk about that a bit later. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. I missed his hat trick though. Missed the hat trick.
He missed it. Is this your fan? Yeah. So I learned there's a word for conceding directly from a corner, and I learned it the other day, but I took it out of my brain because I don't need that trauma, right?
Yeah.
So Cunha scores from the corner. Juan comes off the bench and scores, which I knew was going to happen. What were you saying?
Yeah. No, I was just saying, I think everybody learned about that word. Like, everybody heard it and instantly forgot it, because it doesn't happen ever.
Yes, it doesn't.
But
unless
for this team, they do it twice in a row.
We are. I don't know if we are the statistically worst, but I think we're in the top 3, definitely in the league. One of the highest percentages of our goals conceded come from set pieces, and now we've conceded 2 directly from corners, 2 different keepers. So it's not like maybe they're just both rubbish. Like, Onana's got to be doing better. Yeah, it's never been this low, man. But how many times have I said that this year? Broken record. I'm a broken record.
A new low point every single week, and we get there every single time.
14th. We were 13th last episode. Now we're 14th. And you got to put some blame on Amorim, of course, because it's his selection. You got to put some blame on the players, of course, because they've been rubbish for years. And you've got to put a bit on the owners, for being very hasty, should I say. If things go wrong, it seems like every time we lose, Ratcliffe stops giving money to some people. He's not giving money to the former United player charity anymore to support players that used to play in a time where they weren't paid as much as players are now. We're just making cuts everywhere, man. And, he is a businessman. He is that guy. He's a billionaire. But it's just the energy of the club's really, really low right now. And there's not much hope, to be honest. We do play Newcastle next, which we will preview later on, obviously. But there's just no hope from me, really. I don't see much what's going on. It looks like the season's... I swear last season I said it was a write-off, like, by the new year. And here we are again.
Before Christmas. Before Christmas you said it, and now we're doing this again, the year after.
We're doing it
It's
again.
a write-off.
But at least I wait until after Christmas, guys. Losing to Bournemouth, obviously 3-0 at home again. Losing to Wolves 2-0 away. With no chances created, absolutely no bite. Højlund has been rubbish, right? I'm not gonna be shy to say that. 14 touches. I think that obviously the players need to get the ball into him, but he tries to hold the ball up. This guy's got pace. You should be playing on the shoulder. You can beat the defenders. But
yeah,
look, there's a lot we need to address. It's not just Højlund. It's just an example, and I haven't said Højlund's bad on this podcast before. I just wanted to just make clear that, you know, we are finding a new low every week, and I think we might be about to get spanked. But anyway, talking about our next opponents, let's talk about Newcastle's game. Isak.
Let's talk about the best striker in the Premier League right now. Let's just talk about him, because when this guy is injury-free, when he's starting, week in, week out, he's the best striker in the Premier League. And if you think otherwise, go learn Chinese. Enjoy the Chinese league, because you do not understand the Premier League at all. This guy is the full package, Joshua and I. He is the full package. He has the dribbling ability of a winger. He has the striking ability of an out-and-out number 9. He can head the ball. He can drop deep and play balls out. He has great pass. Let's stop right there. He has great passing ability. He's got everything, and he's strong. For quite a tall guy, quite lean and quite skinny, he is strong on the ball. And I'm so happy we have him. I would openly say, I mean, it came out today, 150 million minimum for Alexander Isak that Newcastle have set out, hopefully to push people away from trying to sign him. Anyways, if we talk about the game, this guy bossed the game. But I'm not just going to talk about Isak. I need to talk about another player. Sandro Tonali.
Mate.
This guy is a Rolls-Royce midfielder. When he's playing, and he's not like on Bet365, he's a Rolls-Royce. Honestly. It just feels like everything's coming together for Newcastle right now. Jacob Murphy is the 3rd top assister in the league.
Fuck off. I'm fact-checking that
swear to
right
God.
now.
I swear to God. I swear to God, he is the 3rd top assister behind Salah and somebody else.
And Saka. I'm dead. Oh, he's joined with Diallo and Son. Oh, a bunch of players, but still.
No. He's 3rd, okay? He's 3rd.
Yeah,
That's important. That's the important part, okay? But what a resurgence for him. Like, insane resurgence.
Proved you wrong. You doubted him.
Yes. I still doubt him. He's still a bozo sometimes. He's still a bozo.
Purple patch.
But
what is it with Newcastle right wingers and purple patches? What is going on?
It's true. We need an actual decent right winger. But it's funny, as soon as we start looking for one, Murphy starts playing well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyways, we'll talk about the game. 3-0. It was a beating.
Easy.
It was a spanking, actually.
Yeah, I did
now,
watch. Crazy.
We talk about important moments in the game. Usually, you know, it takes a while for teams to get set up and start finding their attacking moment. No, 2 minutes in, Anthony Gordon scored from outside the box. 2 minutes in.
Proving you wrong.
Finally,
Gordon.
He's come back from the Euros. We've been waiting. Here he is. We needed a big performance from him, and insane start. Start from him.
Yep.
And then, obviously, you have Isak and Murphy playing ridiculously well. And I just want to bring something up. We're going to talk about it briefly. I don't want to put too much effort into this. Mr. John Duran. Are you mad? Are you mad?
That's insane. You know, the fact that it didn't get overturned, and the fact that so many people actually thought that it wasn't a red card. He's already falling before he steps on his back. So he can fall to one side. but he chooses to move his energy to the other leg and steps on his back. Now, it looks intentional to me. I think it's a red card. 3-game ban. Hold. Unlucky.
Hold
Unlucky.
that. You're a bum, John Duran. You think you're Alexander Isak? No, my friend. You will never be Alexander Isak. He's here. You're there. It's a big gap between you. You're a bum. And the water bottle that you kicked will be charging you for that. We'll be sending you an invoice for that because that is criminal damage, my friend. So we'll be getting that back. I just want to talk about Emery as well really quickly. Emery, you're a bum. You're a little bum. Jason Tyndall would beat you up in a fist fight. He would actually have your life in a fist fight. And you saying that you were going to 100% appeal the decision and then getting instantly denied, it's comical, to be honest. So Villa fans can cry. Newcastle are the better of the two teams. You know, they're in Champions League this year. And is it taking a tax on them? John Duran, red card in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, poor.
It's just interesting. Why he's a young player, but why is he kicking out like that?
Yeah.
Like, there was no need for that.
It's rash. It's rash, man. It's still close though. I mean, you leapfrogged them, but they're 4 places below you, but there's only a 1 point difference. It's that fragile. This is the thing. Now, I don't think they're as good as they were last year though. 100%. I think, like we said, European football takes a toll on teams. We saw it with Brighton last season. We're seeing it with Villa a bit this year. And, man, they were found out. I mean, a stupid decision, then that throws the game away. You are at St. James's Park anyway, and your striker does something as stupid as that, and they punish you. And now you guys are 5th. 5 points off Forest in 4th, which is the craziest sentence I've said this year.
Nuno is cooking, man. A ridiculous amount. He is cooking.
Nuno knows what he's doing, man. I mean, with the 3rd best defense in the league, they're hard to beat, man. They're hard to beat. You know, they've got this defense. They've got Chris Wood scoring goals. They've got Elanga and Hudson-Odoi on the wings. Like, I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Little dark.
Just want to quickly mention one player.
Yeah.
One player who I would love to sign at Newcastle, Rodgers. That guy is also a Rolls-Royce player.
Yeah,
he's really
I think
good.
I think everyone wants him. I would be so surprised if City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. I don't know if I put United in that same bracket, but we would also be interested, obviously, to get him. I think everyone would want him. He's unreal. That clip of him just dancing past the Newcastle players without getting tackled.
And that was in the Aston Villa team that was playing really poorly. He was like the only shining light there. And that was one clip. That happened like 3 or 4 times in the game where he'd have literally 2 or 3 Newcastle players chasing him and he was still holding the ball up and getting the pass off for like at least 20 meters. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
press resistant, and I think he should be in the England setup in the new year with Tuchel. Has to be, in my opinion. Massive. But yeah, I mean, just the other results. You got Arsenal beating Ipswich. Boring, right? I don't think. Did you watch it?
1-0, right?
Yep, 1-0. They were boring.
Perverts.
They scored 1 goal with Havertz. He miskicked it, went in, and all they did the rest of the game is cross it in and then sit back.
Christmas noobs.
How, as an Arsenal fan, you're in your I was with some friends watching this game, and we were saying they are 6 seasons into this Arteta project, and you playing worse than you were 3 years ago. Are you satisfied? Is this your manager? Is this what you really want to see from your team? Crossing it into Kai Havertz? Really? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Yeah, I don't get it. Honestly, like, it baffles me, and I hope they keep. I mean, I know they're second right now, but that's because they've got Chelsea and Forest just behind them. But I hope they fall further down the table because they are rubbish. They are rubbish. Liverpool won again. City drop points again.
Ridiculous. And I'm praying that continues today. I need Jamie Vardy to score.
Yeah, maybe.
Leicester.
I mean, it's away, isn't it? At the King Power, isn't it?
And one win in their last 13. Is that what it is?
I think it's 12 or 13. I'm not sure. Actually.
Something ridiculous like that. But this is the worst form City have been in since Pep has arrived. It might be the worst form they've been in since
13.
like 20...
13, yeah.
Yeah, 13. It might be the worst form they've been in since 2012, to be honest.
Bro, I'm telling you, to draw with Everton at home, Dyche. You know, you've got the clip. You've probably seen the TikTok of Pep going like, oh, yeah. Dyche is like, stop the ball from going in there. And put the ball in there. and he's got the point. You know, this is what it comes down to. City not beating Everton at home means Leicester do have a fighting chance against City when Leicester are at home, you know, and I hope you're right.
Yeah.
And I hope that this good energy is correct when this video gets uploaded tomorrow.
Inshallah.
But yeah. So that's pretty much all the games. Did you want to do the preview first, or do you want to do the year review?
Let's do the preview for United Newcastle tomorrow.
Okay.
Go ahead.
4-0.
4-0.
Sorry, 4-1. We'll get a penalty or something.
Sorry. 5-0. I forgot Isak would be playing. Sorry, my bad. 5-0. Actually, no. 5-1. Ahmad will score.
Yeah. You know, Ahmad, give me points, you know. I don't think we will beat Newcastle. I don't think we'll even put a fight up against Newcastle. I don't think we'll give them a challenge. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near their level.
You haven't scored in your last 2 games, have you?
No.
And we've not conceded in our last 3 games. It's not looking good for you, brother.
Well. Yeah, 3-0 loss to Bournemouth, 2-0 loss to Wolves, 5-0 over 2 games. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not hopeful at all. I actually don't think there's anything. Like, Diallo looked ordinary against Wolves too, but I'm not gonna just put it on him or say it's all his fault. But it's just all the players looks like we're reverting back. When we got Amorim, I said, remember what the players are doing now. Remember how they carry themselves and how they react. Same thing again, and I think it's going to continue against Newcastle, and we are going to go into the new year with one of our lowest positions in decades.
Probably. You will be 17th if you lose at least one of your next 2 or 3 games. You've got us,
a few.
You've got Liverpool, and you've got City.
No, not City. We haven't got City. We've got Arsenal.
Oh, is it Arsenal?
In the
Arsenal,
cup.
that's it.
It's in the cup though, it's okay. Then after that,
you're not getting points from Newcastle or Liverpool though. I can't see that happening.
No, I don't think so. And Liverpool especially because they're at Anfield. I mean, they already slapped us 3-0 at Old Trafford this year, and we're gonna lose again. So, but like you said, it would be so United for us to just suddenly get points in these 2 games. Yeah. But I also don't think that will happen. I think maybe against Liverpool we could draw because of how well we've played away from home. No.
You have to remember though, your captain is banned for the next 2 games. That's a critical player. He's banned for 2. He's his 2nd red of the season.
No, but it's because it was a 2nd yellow, so it's... Hold on. I googled this the other day.
Fact checking? Let's have a look. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But if he's not there for Newcastle, that's bad enough. If he's not going to be there for Liverpool...
Because it was 2 yellows, yeah. Because it was 2 yellows. So I mean, it's not like he would have made a difference against Newcastle. I think it'll be interesting to see because obviously Mount's injured. Who will he start? You know, is he going to start Eriksen in a front 3? In which case, just shoot me now. Or is he going to turn back to Garnacho and start a natural winger? You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, I just haven't got much hope, to be honest, for United. It's just really bleak. I'm just falling out of love with the game, to be honest.
It can.
Can it? Can't get worse, can it? It can. It bloody can. I'll tell you that for free.
I'm excited to see the midfield of Joe Linton, Bruno and Tonali go up against Eriksen.
Ugarte is suspended, by the way, so we don't even have a defensive...
Who else are you going to play in the middle?
Ugarte would be the only one where I'd go, he's actually decent. He's suspended. So it's Mainu, who's been off form this season. Casemiro, probably.
Oh, yeah. Casemiro.
Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go.
It's over. It's already
Yeah,
there.
man. We will upload our reactions on TikTok after the game.
Of course.
It's not gonna be good, man. I'm not looking. I know you're ecstatic, and all I hope is Isak scores some goals and Lewis Hall gets his regular annual goal at Old Trafford. So
His regular long shot at Old Trafford,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
I've got
yeah.
both of them in my team, so please, I
Yep,
need that.
Me too. Me too. Oh, dog barking. Can you hear that? Woof woof. A sound that Ben is familiar with, because he used to stay over here.
Big dog guy. What can I say?
true.
Gonna get my first dog next year.
Interesting. I've heard this news too.
It's
Woof.
happening. He will
If
feature
respected-
on the touchline now,
He
like
will.
the last one did. Like do you remember when I was holding him up and I
Yeah.
said it was Hussein's mother.
Brett. I do remember that. But yeah. So we're both saying that you guys are gonna slap us. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
First-
It's gonna be a bad one, I think.
It is gonna be really bad. Yeah, that preview, no arguments at all. Straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tune in if you hate United. You know, we are the banter club right now. We're funny to laugh at.
And I
I'm laughing
will
with
be
you.
tuning in.
I'm laughing with you. I feel like the Joker, you know, when he shoots the fucking talk show host in the face. That's me. Anyway,
Nero?
respect him. Anyway, it's time for the 2024 year in review. Music. Yeah, okay. Anyway,
Okay. Right.
we're it's Premier League based, okay? So it's not the season. We're going over from January to now. Today's the 29th of December. Who has been your player of 2024, Mr. Chapman?
Let me just start by saying I thought we were doing from the beginning of the season. So that throws some of my list out the window already. But it's fine because I know that I'll change one of my goals. I know that. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
You want me to
go
go
ahead.
first?
You start first. Yes.
Okay. Foden got the PFA Player of the Year for last season, but I think his Euro performance, as well as his beginning to this season, it takes him out of the running for me. Haaland
Yeah.
scoring goals for fun before the summer, out of the running for me for his second half of the season. The best player in the Premier League for 2024 goes to...
We're gonna have the same one. We're gonna have this. Oh. We don't have the same one.
Chippy Chips. Cole Palmer, the definitive best player in the league, the most talented, the most influential, and he's someone who's consistently been good for Chelsea and showed up for England in the Euros as well when he came off the bench, when he got called upon in the semis and the final. So Cole Palmer, you are my player of the year. Who's yours?
I went for. It's interesting. I was thinking of Palmer, but I thought that this, because obviously I thought it was about this season. I didn't think it necessarily he'd had the biggest impact overall this season.
Okay.
I've gone for the best right winger in the world, Mohamed Salah.
Yeah. Respectable.
I think he is. It's there between Palmer and Salah for best player. It has been for a while. So, yeah, I think the output he's had this season, coming at the end of last season as well. He's just he's just consistently good. He never puts in a bad season. Like, he has worse seasons that aren't as good as his normal standard, but it's always consistently above 15 goals and always above 10 assists. Like, it's just a machine. And Liverpool should keep him as long as they can. If I was them, I'd be signing him for the next 2 years.
We thought that he would be falling off by now, but we were wrong. Hands up. You got me.
As always.
You got us. But yeah, it's Palmer, Salah. I think respectable picks. Worst player of the year.
Go ahead, my friend.
I've already said his name.
Oh.
Philip.
Damn.
Firstly, I didn't think he really deserved the player of the year for last season. I just think because they won the league, he was decent. Wasn't particularly, the numbers weren't great. I know he's a good ball handler, he's technical, dribbling is very good, his finishing can be good when he's on form. But he's disappointed me more than he surprised me in the last year. Whenever he was called upon for in any high pressure situation, he wasn't there. City Champions League, England in the Euros, City at the beginning of this, well, during this slump, this whole 13-game slump, and even before that. Where's he been? You know, people are asking, where is Phil Foden? And I think he has the potential to be, well, I was going to say had, but he still has the potential to be England's best and most influential player, but I don't think he's got the bottle for it. And for that, you are my worst player of the year, Phil Foden.
I'm going to tell you now, I thought about it, but he was good for City at the beginning of last year.
He was.
So I can't justify putting Phil Foden as the worst player of the year, because he still had moments in there where you thought, wow, this guy has all the ability to be the best player in the league, and he just isn't showing up in those clutch moments. But if we talk about worst players, Mykhailo Mudryk, you decided you wanted to come to the Premier League. What was it, 90 million or something like that?
Yeah.
You came to the Premier League. We instantly realised that he was nowhere near the standard that the Premier League is set to. Yes, he's fast. Okay. You took performance enhancers and you couldn't even enhance your. What's going on? What is going on?
Save this brother.
He is a bozo. A bozo winger.
He is a bozo. He is a bozo. He is rubbish.
My worst player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, if we go like worst players, I went more off like expectations.
Hate watch. You went off hate watch.
No, I don't. No. I went off expectations. I expect him to be with Palmer, with like taking the mantle from De Bruyne as City's starting midfielder. But how many years in are we into a senior career, and it doesn't look like Pep trusts him? It's really weird. Like it's really odd, and I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. But yeah, that's me. Call it a hot take. Call it what you want. It's my opinion. It's probably going to prove me wrong now.
He scores a hat trick against Leicester today.
Fair. Best goal of the season. So obviously, we do have our own club section at the end of this. But I've gone with a non-United goal for this one. But you can go ahead first.
I've also gone with a non-Newcastle goal. I again only thought it was this season, so I'll give two options. I think we'll have the same. We'll have the same for one of them. But I'm going to go for just a lovely, lovely goal that happened not too long ago. James Justin against Arsenal. They lost 4-2 in that game.
I like that.
Massive cross comes in. First time volley, one of the cleanest strikes you'll ever see. One of the cleanest strikes you'll ever see on his right foot, just on the edge of the box, planted into the bottom left corner. They had no chance, had absolutely no chance of getting that. And it was, you know, when you just see those volleys that remind you of Barclays.
Yes.
It just reminds you of Barclays. That's what that was. And it took me back. That's why it's the best goal of the year for me.
Great goal.
The second one that I had, obviously for the whole year, it's got to be the man who cannot dribble to save his life, Garnacho.
That was last year.
Yeah, last year, 2023. Oh,
damn. Well, James Justin.
If I don't have to give an award to Garnacho, then I'm happy. I'll give it to James Justin.
Yeah, James Justin gets it. For me, this might be unpopular. I am a sucker for a free kick. I love free kicks. I think it's an art that is dying. I don't think we've got many specialist free kick takers anymore. Ward-Prowse, has he scored a free kick for West Ham? Maybe one.
Trippier hasn't scored one.
Trippier, like we're losing the art of free kicks, I feel. But there's one guy. This whole thing is just a glazing session for him. Yep, it's him again. It's that free kick against Brighton because, good Lord.
That was one. I was thinking about it. That was a crazy free kick.
Top bin from like 30, 35 yards. No one shoots from there. Usually a lot of teams will get there and try and cross it in. That goal is beautiful. I love it. It's so satisfying the way it gets in the net as well. And he scored 4 in that game. This guy generally is the future of England and whoever he wants to play for next. Could be Chelsea, could be whoever. Yeah, that's my goal this season because technique, the curl, amazing.
Hmm.
Amazing. Okay. Game of the year.
Okay. Obviously, again, this season, I'll go for Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4.
That's a good game. That's a very good game.
That was a good game. High scoring game.
Yeah,
And it just, again, displayed Ange's lack of being able to change his tactics based on what's working and what isn't working. No
true.
consistency from the Australian. Again,
It's true.
that's my game of the year. What about yourself?
It's true. You could easily say the Spurs win against us 4-3, where he did the same thing, but we're just worse than Spurs, so we lost. But I've gone into last season. I've gone for an FA Cup game. United 4, Liverpool 3. How is
Yeah.
that
I
not
mean, not
that
the
that
Premier League, though. Not the Premier League.
making an exception, because
Oh, okay.
everyone thought we were gonna lose. I
It's
thought we
true.
were gonna lose, and we go
It's true.
down at twice, and we equalize with Anthony of all people,
Mm,
you know.
yes.
And we come back in extra time. Rashford misses right at the end of normal time. Liverpool
Shock.
score with Harvey Smelliot, and then Rashford equalizes, and that Diallo goal, which kick-started his United career, that could be
Mm,
iconic for his career. But I just that moment,
yeah.
like insane, insane, and I think everyone watching didn't see it coming. It's just football, and the limbs as well.
Ridiculous limbs. And for it to be direct rivals, well, had a great season last year as well. So
Yeah,
the scenes were ridiculous.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, I mean, that goal stopped Klopp's documentary from coming out. They were filming his last season because they were up for the
Yeah.
quadruple. They were talking about it, and then they bottled it. They bottled everything. They didn't win anything. Oh, I love it. It gets me going. But karma this year. They're gonna win. They're gonna win everything. Yeah. So two,
Yeah.
four, threes games of the season. Breakout star. I think there's only one answer for me.
Uh, I think you'll find there's only one answer for both of us, my friend.
Who's he said?
How about Diallo? That is my
Oh,
breakout star
very
here. This
interesting.
Wow, this guy's good. This guy is a good player. And listen, I want him to take. I want Rashford to go, and I want this guy to come in. Don't
Yep.
overplay him. Just play him as much as you can without injuring him, and just watch him flourish. He can flourish at Manchester United. Just the people around him to
It's
be
true.
able to. Like, it's not like he doesn't work hard. He's a hard worker. Like you see him off the ball, he presses when he's not, and his dribbling ability, his shooting ability, his knowledge of where he needs to be at the right time is it's up there. He's really good, and I think he honestly is he a academy prospect or did you?
Nah, we bought him as a teenager though. Like we bought him when he was
Mm,
17, 18, yeah, something like that.
could he go somewhere else next year? Maybe if
He said
Manchester
he'd
United.
stay his whole career. He said he'd stay his whole career.
Yeah,
That I don't
yeah,
think he'll go
go on.
next year. I think if he gets world class, I'd start looking over my shoulder with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Fuck off. You can have Semenyo.
I'll take Semenyo. I'll fucking take, but just a reincarnation of Alan Saint-Maximin. Bring him back. I'd love to
Interesting.
have ASM back. I'd love to have that. Bring back the prime Steve Bruce years.
The Gucci headband. Bring it back.
Mm.
My breakout star, I have gone for Mainu.
Oh, no, you see, that's where I'm going to stop you right there because I completely disagree. This guy was great last year. Last season, I'll say. This guy
Yeah,
was great. He's he's not been visible this year.
he's been
He's
injured.
been
He's been injured for like 2, 3 months.
That's true. That's true. But then, if you're not playing, you're not performing. Can you be a breakout star if you haven't even broken anything this year?
I
This season.
I think this is a really hard environment. I mean, the only player right now is playing well is Diallo, and Mainu should be playing better. I'm not gonna make an excuse for him. I just think as an 18-year-old, I think he's 19 now, but as an 18-year-old before, like from January, to get into the United first team, fine, crap United first team. To score that goal against Wolves, insane. To score to uh be in the first team, help us get to the final, play against Liverpool, score in the final, FA Cup final against City, and then to become a starter for England at the Euros when they make the final as an 18-year-old.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
just I just thought it was insane. As because midfielders usually it takes a little while for them to kind of settle in. It's kind of like defenders. Defenders and midfielders usually are older and more experienced. The attackers usually on wingers they take chances, but Mainu, you can be special. Just stop getting injured. He's been injured every year, which is a bit worried.
I'd say that he was probably the breakout star for January until
Like
July.
June, July. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, because
yeah,
Cole Palmer as well, you have to. I'm like thinking about
yeah,
when he
yeah.
started
That's true.
scoring a lot
That's
of
true.
goals. So,
That's
you
true.
know, we can't just have Cole Palmer for every person on this fucking list. Okay. Like, he is that good, but that would just be ridiculous.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, literally just got a notification that says we're struggling to agree a new deal for Mainu and Garnacho.
Live reaction.
Nice. Anyway, all right,
Bring him here.
let's whiz through these so we don't overrun. Biggest
Yeah.
choke of the season. Have you gone for a game or have you
Ooh,
gone for a team or a player?
I've gone for a player. I've
You've gone
gone
for
for
a
a player.
player. Okay, I've gone for a team, but
So,
I can. You go for it.
do you want to go first?
No, you go.
Okay. Well, when I think of the word choke, this player springs to mind, and I don't like thinking about it. He's just not a good footballer. Timo Werner, you are
Ah,
the epitome of choke. Your
crap,
only job is to score. You
rubbish.
get placed inside the 6 yard box, and it's a struggle for you to tap it in, brother.
Damn,
Go back to the Chinese league. That's where you
damn.
belong. Okay. He's ass. I'm just gonna say that right now. He is ass.
He is. I thought maybe at Tottenham, he would have a resurgence, but no, he is not.
No.
He's on the bench and he doesn't do much. I think he's still on loan though, so
Mm.
they can get rid of him.
Will they sign? Who knows?
Oh, biggest choke. This might be a hate watch. Sorry, this is definitely a
Uh,
hate watch. Listen, you won the league this year, and I get it, City fans. I do get it, and you can laugh at us because we are rubbish, but the way you exited the Champions League on penalties and then tried to claim that you were unbeaten because you only lost on penalties. The way you lost the FA Cup final to the worst United side ever. The way that you've gone now, you've lost Rodri and then you can't win a game. No other club this year has choked as much as you. Except maybe
damn.
if you want to say Arsenal, you can, but I don't think they had much to choke this year. I think they did in 2023, not in 2024. So City fans, you know what? The actual City fans that have been supporting them since they were crap. There's like five of them, but I talked to like two of them. Their head is on the ground. They know what's about to happen. They might get fined, but they said, "Hey, it was a good ride. I saw us in League One. This is amazing." And I was like, "Fair." But to the rest of you, you Twitter fans, you deluded idiots that have been saying, "Oh, Pep's better than Ferguson. Oh, this team's so much better than the treble-winning team." That is what you get. Okay, that's what you get. League One next year. League One. Get down to your real level. Honestly, enjoy the. We might get relegated to the Championship. I'll enjoy the Championship, but you're gonna be in League One. Yeah. Anyway,
So can I just say, how many Manchester City things have been in this list so far? You had Phil Foden, you've had City for the biggest chokers, you've had one more City thing in there, and there's like 50% of the questions we've had.
I've got one more
It's like
City
you're
thing.
just
I do have one more City thing to say. Okay.
Jesus.
Most
Okay.
disappointing player.
Uh, Foden.
Jack
He's
Grealish.
out.
Jack Grealish.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
That's
you know
fair.
what it is with Jack Grealish? He's still a good player because when he plays for England, it feels like we all
Yeah.
see the real Jack Grealish, the one that played at Villa, the one who could have had a really memorable, successful career. But instead, we're here
Mm.
talking about a 100 million flop who hasn't scored in 42, 43 games. This one isn't more out of hatred. I don't hate Jack Grealish. I just think that he's capable of so much more. Um,
Mm.
he's an individualistic player playing for a team where you need to be a cog, you know. He can't be a cog. He needs to be a rainbow light. I don't know. I don't know.
What the
I
fuck was
don't know.
that?
I don't know what that means. Instead of like a cog
Okay.
in a machine, you're just like he needs yeah, anyway. He needs to be free. He's basically being shackled down. He needs to be free. I expect more from him. Um yeah. Who's yours? Oh, Foden.
Well, Phil Foden. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, he's just because you have so much expectation for how good he was last year. Obviously, Player of the Year last season.
Mm,
Like you went into those Euros thinking that we have the best player in the Premier League in the team.
yeah,
Like you expected so much from him, and you just don't see that outside of City,
it's true.
which is just like I
System.
said, it's just so disappointing. And then this year, he's just obviously there's something going on at City. Like they've not a
They
lot of people
know.
in that team have been playing really well. To be honest, they've
Do
not.
they already know? Do they
I think
already
they do.
know? This is
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
think. And honestly, do we see them start to sell in January? Is the question you have to ask.
This is the thing. Are they
They're going to
preparing?
start offloading. They're going to start offloading soon
It's interesting.
before they get smacked
I'm liking these
with the.
conspiracies. I am liking them. It's quite interesting to see. But yeah, I did have. Oh, okay. There is a one to watch section. A player
There
to
is.
watch for next year. Um,
Hmm.
mine's a bit. So I've been
Oh,
watching a lot of football recently, obviously. And I think Liverpool are
obvious.
going to win the league. And I think a player that doesn't deserve, or that doesn't get the credit that he deserves because he does a lot of the quiet stuff correct. Soboslai. I think
Ooh.
this guy
Okay.
is a very important midfielder. A lot of credit has gone to Gravenberch for his transition into a number six. But I think the way he keeps the ball, not just that, he wins the ball back, keeps the ball, and plays the right balls forward. Also gets on
Yeah.
on the scorer sheet sometimes. I think he's a very good midfielder, and I think he's about to lead Liverpool to this, or help to lead Liverpool to this 20th title. It hurts me to say
Mm.
it, but watch
Super
him.
talented player. Super talented player.
Very good.
Um, I've gone for a better player.
A better one.
Um,
Who's he gone for?
Sandro Tonali.
Is it his year?
The next Perlo, some
20,
people are saying.
good lord. 2025. Is it his year? I rate him. I really rate him, and I've been saying it. He transforms your team.
Yeah, he does. Playing in that deep sort of six role and then having the alternation to go forward. He can make or break a game. He
Hmm.
was so good against Villa, and he has been so good every time he's played. And to be out for a whole year and to come back here running like he has been when he has played. Obviously, Eddie House struggled to find out tactically where he fits best, but now we've got that sorted, and he's just on fire. Like he's just great. I'm really rooting for this guy as well
Yeah,
because he just seems like a nice guy. Just seems like a chill guy. Do you know what I
he's a
mean? He's
chill
just
guy.
like just a chill guy.
He's a
Yeah.
chill guy. Yeah,
But
no, I rate
I'm
him.
rooting for
He could potentially be. I mean, if you guys, I mean, I don't think he'll keep this form up, but if you get Europe, could be shouts for him to get into the Premier League team this season. Like he is very good. He is
we'll
very
see.
good, and he's helped to change Newcastle's fortunes. Two
Mm.
midfielders, interesting. And the final award for not our own club is a biggest bum moment. Now, I did write one down, and I will mention it, but I've just come up with a new one, so you can go first.
I'm gonna go on recency biased. Stay humble, eh?
Damn, we both mentioned
Stay
City's
humble.
choke. Both mentioned City's choke.
Let's not lie though. That was karma at its finest. Threw the ball at Saliba's head, went up to that young like player. I don't even know who he was. That young Arsenal player.
Yeah,
I think he came on in like the 80th minute or something. And he's like, stay humble, stay humble. He's like pushing people. Oh,
yeah.
3 goals in 12 games? You're a bum.
Damn,
You're a bum. That's what you are.
Haaland, man, what's happened to his powers? He missed a penalty against Everton as well. Someone zapped his powers, man. He's been hit by the ray. He's been hit by the alien ray.
true.
So
Bozo Ray. That's
I
what you get
had
by.
here Bozo Ray. It's true. I had the Arsenal. Wait, that might have been last year actually. The Arsenal Newcastle game was last year. Yes,
Which one?
the one with the ball almost went out. That was last year. That's 2023.
Yeah, that was last. That was
I I am.
2023,
I
I
just
think.
wanted to put something about Arsenal fans because they're still talking about it this year. But that's not my moment. That is not my moment. My moment is
Okay.
Klopp's.
365 days later, still talking about it. It's so
It,
funny.
it is true. It is true.
Mm.
Biggest bum moment is Klopp's farewell tour. They had a bus. They had a bus ready. They had the banners ready.
Bus.
They
Mhm.
had nothing. We beat you in the FA Cup, and then you drew against us in the league to end. Like we had our worst season in Premier League history, and we still managed to fuck you over. Fucking that's see, this is why I watch football.
So
This is it right here.
the hate watch is it's just been City and Liverpool for you. He's mentioned one good thing about City and Liverpool.
No.
Oh, that was
Yeah, but you
SummerSlam.
see, this
He
is the
doesn't
thing.
even play.
Who? Soboslai? Yeah, he does.
He doesn't play as much as like Gravenberg or like the other midfielders that they've
When
got.
Liverpool play best in attacking sense, he's playing. I like the way he plays.
Mm,
I do like the way he
okay.
plays. I did.
Gakpo just scored two the other day, so
Gakpo's
if he's
also
playing in
good.
that 10 role,
Gakpo's quite good. I like him as an inverted forward. Yeah, but yeah, Klopp's farewell tour is hilarious, man. Can you tell me, United fan? Speaking about United, onto our own club section. This probably won't take too long. What has been your best
yeah,
moment of 2024?
we'll blitz this. I'm going to say what I had two bozo moments of the year, just to be clear. Second one was John Duran's studs because kicking bottles.
Um,
Anyways, I will say that the best moment was spanking Villa 3-0 this year. For
hmm,
me, it was the most beautiful watch as well because Villa fans. I know that you are technically a bigger club than Newcastle. Okay, technically you're a bigger club than Newcastle, but you don't play like it, brother. You don't
hey,
play like it.
you
Yeah,
always beat them, to be
and
fair.
yeah, they've not won at St James's Park in 13 years or something like
Hmm,
that. So it wasn't going
crazy,
to happen anytime soon.
crazy. Yeah, that's fair. My best moment, obviously, FA Cup win. No one saw it coming. Beats Prime City. Rodri, who never lost a game when he started for City, got beat out. Mainu outplayed him, got man of the match. Mainu scores.
Mm,
Garnacho scores, and we defend really well. And it was Rafael Varane's last professional game as well, which also is like, yeah, just makes it all,
that's-
just makes it special. Ten Hag, obviously, last good thing he did before he died. So
mm.
yeah, has to be the FA Cup win. Player of the year, it's got to be one.
I will go with player and I'll go with player and goal in the same one.
Oh yeah, go
The
for it.
same player. Alexander Isak is my player or Newcastle's player of the year. And the goal, oh, it was so beautiful to watch it go fly in. Just when just not
Yes,
too long ago,
I knew it. I knew it.
turning inside and out. Virgil van Dijk, have you found your ankles yet? Have you found your ankles yet? After Alexander Isak took it on his right foot, turn, top right corner
Yeah,
from like just outside the
wetted
box. It
it,
was ridiculous. That
wetted
was
it
a
in.
prime Barclays finish right there, and that was just that hit home.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was a good goal. I enjoyed it, obviously. Um, so obviously my player of the year has to be Bruno Fernandes. He is an idiot. He did get sent off, which I didn't even talk about in the Wolves game. Got sent off like an idiot. Just want to
Mm.
say right now that he's not captain material, but neither is anyone else at the club. So it's not like, oh, give
He said
the
it. I said it. Okay, I said he wasn't captain
he's not
material.
captain material. I think he's very
No, he's not. He's a
he's
bozo.
emotional, he's committed, he understands what it's like to be a United player, but he's too emotional to the point where it affects what he does on the pitch. And yeah, I don't think he's captain material. And the second we get someone who is worthy to take it, please, it's time to give it to them. Best goal. Could go with Bruno against Liverpool from the halfway line. You could go with Mainoo's goal against Wolves, Rashford against City, or the final goal, the build up in Mainoo's goal. But I'm gonna go with I'll probably go with Rashford's against City, to be honest, because it's a thunder cunt. You
Mm,
know, they just laid it off
yeah,
and they just fucking off the crossbar. Like,
that was a nice
Jesus.
goal.
That was satisfying. We did lose 4-1 or 3-1, but it's a good goal. We did go 1-0 up with it. It was a nice goal. Um, biggest bum, I think you know my answer.
Biggest bum of the year? But the whole year? The whole year, is that what we're talking about? I'm gonna say Disassi. You started the award,
You know,
and
it's
I'm
it's
gonna.
Newcastle. It's your club.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't have that on my list.
No.
Biggest Newcastle bum of the
Yeah, yeah,
year.
yeah.
Let me have
Yeah, because
a
bum of
look
the year
quick.
we said was Disassi last year. You do have the award. It should be in the post.
Yes, it should be in the post. For Newcastle, okay, Kieran Trippier cheating on his wife and then so
Losing his
it
place in the
literally
starting 11. Yep.
knocked us out. Yeah, knocked us out of the fucking FA Cup against Chelsea. Or was it the Carabao Cup? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Um, by letting Mudrick, the worst player that I gave this year, letting him score on you. That's crazy. Honestly,
That is
top.
that is crazy. I don't know if you could tell, but this is my bum of the year. Thinks he's him. He thinks he's
Oh,
him. Anthony,
Anthony.
you rubbish. And you know, he was our best player against Wolves. He came off the bench and he started doing stuff, and I was very surprised. But that just speaks levels because he hasn't been playing in the team. He doesn't have as much of the United virus, so he actually looks just short of average, and the rest of the team look rubbish. But he is the worst signing in United history, the worst player this season. Even though he did score an important goal in the FA Cup against Liverpool, I just think he offers nothing, and he's not a Man United level player. I can't. I have no arguments for him being a United player. I can't do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my bum of the year for United. Also,
Mm,
just shout out
I agree.
For Newcastle, Jason Tyndall. I mean, well, what an idiot. He is a
No,
pig. Who's he think he
no.
is? Who's he think he is? Who's
He
he think he
was
is?
wearing a Christmas jumper with Wham on it, but the two people from Wham, it was Eddie Howe and Jason Tyndall. Because a meme account made it, a Newcastle meme account, and he
That
bought it and wore it to the game.
okay,
That's
okay.
that's a man who cares about his fan
That
base. Tell me,
that's
tell
quite
me that's not true.
that's quite funny. But also, what assistant manager has a fucking fan base? He's weird. He's like your weird
I,
uncle. Yeah,
he is actually,
he's
yeah, but I
odd.
like that. I like
Oh,
that.
he likes it.
Oh,
Interesting. Good to end on that
we
note.
don't.
But yes, that was the last episode of 2024. Touchliner. Everyone, have a good New Year. Stay safe. Get home safe. Okay. Don't do anything that Ben wouldn't do. All right. Look at this guy.
And I do it.
Party animal. Look at him. There he is. He's going out. He's on the
Where
sesh.
this going out?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's on the sesh. But yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate the support. Share our stuff, man. Share it on TikTok, like it. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you in 2025, or we'll be back in our normal setup in a bit. Peace.